When was it that you discovered that you were interested in running for public office?
Well, I used to kid around when I was running for governor and running for the presidency, but my third grade teacher was a woman named Mary Ripley who decided to hold elections for class officers. Don't ask me why I ran for the presidency of the class, don't ask me why they elected me. But the first elective office I ever held was as president of the third grade class in Mrs. Ripley's room at the Baker School in Brookline, Massachusetts. And years later, when I became governor, I found out that she was still teaching in Groton, Massachusetts. And I called her up and I said, "Hi, this is the guy that you got started in elective office in the third grade. How would you like to bring your class in and pay a visit?" So she came down with all of her kids and introduced them to the guy that she had started in elective politics. But I was always interested for some reason. I mean, I remember I was 7 in the 1940 presidential campaign. And this was in the pre-television era. And my brother and I, he was 3 years older than I was, actually set up a card table in the middle of the living room, turned on the radio to listen to the conventions, put together a chart with the then 48 states and columns, and was sitting there taking down the delegate counts state by state, and I was 7 years of age. How come? I don't know. And my parents were interested in what was going on in the world. And we were expected to do so as well. But a lot of it had to do with my sense of injustice. I mean, I'm one of these guys who never understood why the color of your skin or your religion had anything to do with your intrinsic value. Couldn't understand it. Why was this discrimination taking place? I mean, what was the basis for this? And I don't know where that came from, but I always have had it. You know, this sense of injustice. And believe me, in those days particularly, let me tell you, I spent the fall semester of my senior year. I went to Swarthmore College outside of Philadelphia. I went to the Washington semester program at American University. This is in the fall of 1954. Washington, D.C. in 1954 was as segregated as Johannesburg, South Africa. The nation's capital. We were running around the world telling people we were the capital of the free world. And black folks couldn't sit anywhere they wanted to on the bus, let alone go to a school of their choice. I mean, in the nation's capital and in much of the country. And I just said, hey, there's something wrong with this picture. You know, I'm being taught all about this Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all this kind of stuff. What's going on here? And much of the political history of the United States since that time has been this fight to make it possible for anyone and everyone, regardless of who they are, the color of the skin, where they come from, to achieve the best that is in them. And I believe deeply in that.